How does one perfect punch completely alter a fight, a career, and a legacy? Well, that punch is never just a punch. It's the final, violent word in a brutal conversation. It's the solution to a puzzle that's been methodically pieced together, round after round. Today, we're not just watching the highlights of Canelo versus Saunders. We're building the ultimate script for this iconic showdown, from the opening bell to the dramatic, fight-altering finish. We're going to break down the narrative of the fight, showing you how a compelling story is crafted from the raw violence of a legendary boxing match. This isn't just about who won. It's about how they won. We'll analyze the strategy, the subtle momentum shifts, and the technical brilliance that turned a high-stakes chess match into a checkmate. Follow along as we transform the epic Canelo versus Saunders clash from a series of events into a gripping story. We'll examine the problems Saunders presented, the adjustments Canelo made, and the brutal conclusion. By the end, you won't just appreciate the fight on a deeper level. You'll have a blueprint for telling your own powerful sports stories. Every great story needs a problem. And in front of a record-breaking indoor crowd of over 73,000 people at AT&T Stadium, Canelo Alvarez faced a puzzle named Billy Joe Saunders. Saunders wasn't just another opponent. He was an undefeated, slick, southpaw champion whose style was considered potential kryptonite for Canelo. The story of these early rounds isn't about dominance, it's about difficulty. It's about establishing the conflict. The bell for round 1 rings, and the problem is instantly clear. Saunders, having won the argument for a larger 22-foot ring, uses every inch. He's a ghost, dancing left and right, keeping Canelo at the end of a long, educated jab. In this first round, Saunders establishes the geography of the fight. He isn't trying to win a firefight, he's trying to prevent one from ever starting. His jab is a tool of control, a long stick keeping the predator at bay while he dictates everything. Canelo stalks, but his punches mostly find air. To build the drama, you have to build up Saunders as a legitimate threat. This isn't Canelo's story yet. It's Saunders' story, and Canelo is just a character in it. In round 2, you can see Canelo trying to solve the puzzle. He ups the pressure, trying to cut off the ring. He starts attacking the body, a classic strategy against a mobile fighter. Each thudding body shot is an investment. Canelo knows he can't easily hit a moving target in the head, so he starts chipping away at the foundation. These early body shots aren't for a knockout. They're meant to slowly drain the gas tank and anchor the ghost to the canvas. Still, Saunders is slick, pivoting out of danger and making Canelo expend precious energy. The bell for round 3 rings, and Billy Joe Saunders seizes the spotlight in front of 73,000 roaring fans. The slick southpaw makes the 22-foot ring his playground, his jab snapping like a fencer's foil, catching Canelo mid-step. Saunders glides left, pivots right, turning Canelo into a frustrated hunter chasing shadows. Then he strikes, a crisp left cross lands flush, followed by a sneaky right hook that grazes Canelo's chin. The crowd erupts, sensing an upset. Saunders grins, his confidence soaring, taunting the king. But Canelo's learning. A heavy left hook slams into Saunders' ribs, a thudding promise of pain. A right hand narrowly misses Saunders' temple, a warning shot. Saunders wins the round with flair, but Canelo's eyes narrow, he's downloading the data, and the puzzle is starting to crack. Round 4 is when the problem feels fully realized. Saunders is boxing with confidence, landing clean shots that get Canelo's attention. This is the moment the hype feels real. It's a statement from Saunders, telling Canelo, and the 73,000 fans watching, that he is not intimidated and he is here to win. By the end of the 4th, the narrative is set. Canelo is in a real fight against a skilled, confident opponent who presents a stylistic nightmare. He has a puzzle he hasn't solved yet. This is the turning point. You know how they say great fighters are like computers, downloading data? Well, rounds 5 through 7 are where Canelo stops booting up and starts running the program. The narrative shifts from the problem to the breakdown. Round 5 dawns, and the AT&T Stadium air crackles with tension as Canelo Alvarez shifts from hunter to architect. The southpaw puzzle, Billy Joe Saunders, still dances, his jab flickering to keep Canelo at bay. But the narrative pivots. Saunders' slickness is no longer enough. Canelo, eyes locked like a predator, doubles down on his body attack, each hook to the ribs a sledgehammer blow meant to sap Saunders' legs. The crowd of 73,000 feels the shift as Saunders pivots slow, his footwork a fraction less fluid. A vicious left to the midsection lands with a sickening thud, forcing a grimace. Saunders fires back, landing a sharp cross, but it's a skirmish in a losing war. Canelo's now cutting angles, his lead foot edging outside Saunders to trap him. A right uppercut grazes Saunders' chin, a warning of the storm brewing. Saunders' confidence wanes as Canelo's pressure mounts, shrinking the ring. The data's downloaded, the trap's set. This round marks Canelo's first true dominance, the blueprint for victory taking shape. Round 6 ignites, and Billy Joe Saunders summons his champion's heart for a defiant stand in the cauldron of AT&T Stadium. The southpaw, undeterred by Canelo's mounting pressure, dances with swagger, his jab popping like a firecracker to keep the predator at bay. He strings together a flashy three-punch combo, jab, cross, hook, that catches Canelo clean, the 73,000-strong crowd roaring as Saunders sticks out his tongue in pure audacity. For a moment, it feels like he's stealing the narrative, turning the tide with slick footwork and sharp counters. But Canelo's unfazed, his eyes cold and calculating. He lands a brutal pair of body shots, each thud a calculated strike to drain Saunders' mobility. The ring shrinks as Canelo's footwork sharpens, cutting off escape routes. A grazing right uppercut signals danger, a preview of the storm. Saunders' bravery shines, but it's costly. He's trading in Canelo's phone booth now. The trap tightens, the data's locked in. Round 6 is Saunders' peak, but Canelo's checkmate looms. Round 7 unfolds, and the chess match in AT&T Stadium reaches its crescendo. Billy Joe Saunders, still defiant, fights with the heart of a champion, his jab flickering to keep Canelo Alvarez at bay. He lands a slick left cross, a reminder of his skill, and pivots, trying to reclaim the 22-foot ring's vastness. The 73,000 fans buzz, sensing his resolve. But Canelo's no longer chasing, he's a predator cornering prey. His footwork is surgical, lead foot slicing outside Saunders to nullify the southpaw edge. Heavy body shots crash like wrecking balls, each one sapping Saunders' legs, his pivots now sluggish. A feinted jab sets up a vicious right that grazes Saunders' jaw, a warning of the endgame. Canelo's pressure is relentless, shrinking the ring into a claustrophobic cage. Saunders fights back, but his punches lack snap. CompuBox shows Saunders outlanding Canelo, but it's quality over quantity. Canelo's blows carry venom. The trap is set, the puzzle nearly solved. Round 7 is Canelo's masterclass, the final setup for checkmate. And here we go. The climax. Round 8 is where the entire story pays off. The patient data collection is over. Canelo walks Saunders down like a predator who has finally cornered his prey. You can see it in his eyes. He knows the end is near. He starts landing heavy, significant shots. He turns to the crowd, urging them to their feet as he unleashes his assault. Canelo becomes a conductor, orchestrating the roars of 73,000 people. And then, it happens. We have to slow this down to appreciate the genius. Saunders, trying to create space, dips to his right. It's a defensive move he's made all night long. But Canelo isn't just a fighter, he's a student. He has seen this pattern. He has downloaded this data. He knows Saunders will duck, and he has the perfect counter loaded. Instead of a cross, Canelo uncorks a vicious right uppercut. It's a masterpiece of timing, a punch thrown to intercept Saunders' head as he dips directly into its path. The connection is sickening. The punch lands flush on Saunders' right eye, and his head snaps back violently. In that one instant, the fight is over. You can see the damage immediately. A horrifying swelling erupts under the eye. Saunders stumbles back, his undefeated record and his title evaporating with that one perfect punch. Canelo knows it. He raises his arms in triumph before Saunders has even fully retreated. It's a moment of cold, calculated certainty. "I think I broke his cheek," he later said in the corner. It wasn't a guess, it was a diagnosis. The bell for the 9th round never rings. In the corner, Saunders' trainer, Mark Tibbs, makes the difficult but correct call to stop the fight. Saunders, brave and undefeated, tells his corner he can't see. The puzzle has been solved in the most brutal way possible. Medical reports later confirmed what Canelo knew instantly: a complete blowout of the right orbital bone, a quadrupod fracture where the cheekbone essentially caved in, requiring surgery. The punch didn't just end the fight, it altered a career. So, let's recap the story. We started with the problem, the slick, undefeated southpaw who frustrated the king. Then, the shift, where Canelo downloaded the data and invested in a punishing body attack to set his trap. We reached the climax with a perfectly timed, fight-ending uppercut. And the resolution was the corner stoppage, a direct consequence of that one devastating punch. This framework, problem, shift, climax, resolution, is the blueprint. It transforms a highlight reel into a compelling story. It gives the action meaning and context, explaining not just what happened, but why it happened and why it mattered. This fight was a masterclass in strategy and a testament to the devastating power of Canelo Alvarez. But I want to know what you think. Was the stoppage the right call? Where does this win rank in Canelo's legendary career? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to see the sports you love in a whole new way, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Thanks for watching.